Hi, I'm Karyn, creator of Nifty Numbers Family Math Night, and in this video I'm going to share with you a super fun math project that I do with preschoolers and kindergartners. Now, I got this idea when my kindergartner came home with this super cute Mother's Day gift, and it gave me an idea of how to turn this into something mathy. Now, I've put together the PDF version of this project for you on our website at familymathnight.com under the Math Resources section. Okay, so in order to do the project, you're going to need to recruit a bunch of supplies. You're going to need a flower pot for each student that you have doing the activity. Now, I went up one size more than this because we're actually going to be putting more flowers into our flower pot. Okay, you're also going to need to get some chalkboard spray paint, and you're going to use this obviously to spray paint your flower pots. Now, I like to spray paint them upside down like this first, get a first coat on them, and then spray paint them again in this direction. And then you're going to need some hairspray, and I'll get to that in just a minute. You're going to need some chalk and popsicle sticks and a bunch of beans that you're going to use to fill up your flower pots. And then the final thing is a whole bunch of flowers, and I just went into the staff room and used the die cut and created in a whole bunch of different colors a bunch of those flowers so that students would have a variety of colors to choose from. Okay, so the first thing that you're going to do, now this is a several day project, so this part here, the flower pot, is day one. And the first thing that you're going to want to do, of course, is to make sure that your students have written their name on the bottom of the flower pot. You do it for them in Sharpie. Okay. Then you're going to tell them that they're going to get to decorate their flower pot using the chalk. But they need to do it in a way where they're using a lot of math stuff. And I show them my example. For example, I have an equation on here, 2 plus 2 equals 4. And then I have a whole bunch of math shapes, and I have I love math at the top and so forth. So they can get real creative with that and come up with different ideas to show you math things, maybe a math pattern as well, and so forth. Now, I do show them how to use the chalk because the chalk will smear. So I show them, okay, there's my little line. If I touch that line, can you see how that smears a little bit? So it's real important that when you're drawing your design on your flower pot that you try to keep from smearing that. But don't worry, because when you're done with your design, you're going to go over and use the spray paint, and you are going to spray paint their design on here, and that's what allows kids then to touch it without smearing, because the spray paint has put a coating over that. Okay, so there's day one. Now, day two, kids are going to choose 3 different flowers. And then you're going to give them, or actually you're going to have them help you problem solve. If each flower has 2 wiggly eyes, and I think I forgot to mention in the beginning that you'll need to buy some of these as well. If each flower has 2 wiggly eyes and you have 3 flowers, how many eyes are you going to need all together? And of course you can do that on the whiteboard or overhead or however. They can help you problem solve that. And so then they would need to get 6 eyes all together. And they're going to, well, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can have them glue the eyes on first, because then they're going to decorate their flower. They can use pens, or sometimes I've done glitter as well. Or you can have them decorate the flower first and then put the eyes on, and that way the eyes won't move as they're decorating. Okay, but then that needs to dry once they've got that decorated. So then the third day you're going to come back to these, and kids are going to take those popsicle sticks and they're going to tape the popsicle stick to the back. I actually let kids do this. It's a good skill for them to be able to figure out how to get that popsicle stick on there so that those eyes are horizontal, and it may take them a couple tries. Or they may like it if their eyes are not horizontal, but I do let them do that part. So now they've got all of their flowers with the popsicle sticks on them, and I have already filled their flower pots with the beans. So now they get to put those flowers, how cute is that, in the flower pot. But we are not done yet, because now we're going to do the math part. They're going to get a little card that looks like this. All right, now it says, and I'm going to help them fill it in. It says, my flower pot has blank flowers. So then we count, how many flowers do you have? 1, 2, 3. So then they would write the number 3 there. And then the next line says, each flower has blank eyes. Well, how many eyes do we have all together? You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or you could skip count by 2s. 2, 4, 6. And then they would write, whoops, each flower has 2 eyes, and then the bottom one they would write there are blank eyes all together. And so you would fill in the 6th part of that. There are 6 eyes all together. And then I take it another step, and I'm going to show you one that's filled in, because I have them write the equation for that at the bottom. We're big on equations. So you can see I've done mine in pen there. I actually have the students do theirs in pencil. And then they would write the equation at the bottom. 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 6. And then this gets put into their flower pot. And it too makes a great Mother's Day gift. Now, to differentiate, I have some students counting the petals on the flower instead. Okay, there happen to be 6 petals on that flower. So then theirs is going to look like this. Each flower pot has 3 flowers. Each flower has 6 petals. There are 18 petals altogether, and then you can see the equation down there. Now, if you happen to have some super high students that can go into multiplication, and that works in either case actually, you could turn that into a multiplication equation. 3 times 6 equals 18, or in this case over here, 3 times 2 equals 6, but that's for your super high students. So you see how simple this project is and how fun it is. It brings out the creative in some kids, where they get to design their flowers, and then we get to sneak in that math work in there as well, and the vocabulary and equations and so forth. And then they get to take that very cute project home with them and share it with their family. So have fun with this project. It is a lot of fun.